name is Juliana. In this opportunity, we will talk about of comparing to civilization.
Hello, my name is Diana Carvajal, and first we are going to talk about the most important social characteristics of Western civilization and Eastern civilization.
Okay, Western civilization, and this civilization is characterized because it has more freedom in law and opinion. That is the ability to choose each person for themselves.
In the Occidental culture, people are more individualistic and direct in how they talk to more people.
Okay, comparisons. Western culture encompasses the history of civilization and colonization.
Eastern culture encompasses ancient Greek and Roman culture.
And consumerism in Western culture is already something every day.
Consumerism in Eastern culture, it is not well seen culturally.
And
3. Rituals and sex are important to Orientals and are innate customs.
in some regions of South America, this tradition is preserved, but in some ethnic groups. 4. Western gastronomy is more preserved in most of America and Europe.
In the East, food is the prevailing meat of many species.
5. No dress code is released in Western culture.
However, in some parts of the East, it is limited to honor and morality. Now we are going to talk about the most important tradition in the two mentioned civilization.
Western civilization. Love flows between couples, but it does not mean that families get involved in arranging a marriage.
Eastern civilization, respect for beliefs, religions, and towards others, especially the elderly, is important in this civilization. The Easterners are very respectful of their cultures.
Comparison.
1. In the East, the celebrations are not following specific dates. Example, in China, the beginning of the year depends on the animal.
In the West, the celebrations are more consumerist.
2. Boys in Eastern culture are welcomed from conception.
And Western culture is not relevant are people who, depending on sex, must come from rights.
3. Family charming is a sacred tradition in Eastern culture.
But in Western culture, it's a personal decision.
4. Arranged marriage for convenient family reunions are common in Eastern culture.
But in Western culture, now the freedom of everyone with whom they want to form a living bond.
5. Dancing and special costumes in celebration that last up to weeks in the East it is traditional.
In the West, there are celebrations but less cultural.
What are the principal differences between the two civilizations?
In Western civilization, love and respect for the elders for the decision, and the children in the older age take charge of the care.
The Easterners are very respectful and care about what others think.
Comparison. The physical appearance of people from the West as well as Europe and North America is very particular, is warm skin tone and relevant stature.
In Asia, the features are very striking and easy to differentiate the same in the rest of Eastern culture. 2. The select drink in some Eastern countries is tea.
While in Western culture is coffee.
3. In the workplace, Easterners see their boss as superior while
In the West, it is a Galleritan. 4. Thinking about having money and multiplying is normal in Western culture.
but in Eastern culture, it is thinking about benefiting someone else. 5. The tone of voice is higher in some Eastern cultures in meeting areas.
The appropriate tone of voice in their culture is important.
D. How the two civilizations conceived religion and spirituality, difference and similarities.
Western civilization, their religion was conceived by the arrival from the Christianity in Europe and thus is spread to America in the Western region in such a way that spirituality is free and not pressure.
Religion begin in the East. They have several religions and depending on the country, they believe in one or more gods. Comparisons. 1. Image carved in gold, even sacred animals are the goods or in some Eastern religions.
In other cultures are based on spirituality towards God. 2. Reincarnation is a theory that exists in the religion of the West.
Spirituality is the most important in the Western.
3. This in Eastern culture is taken as the beginning of something new, so they wear white clothing.
In the West, mourning is black.
You next.
Sorry. 4. Religion is more conservative in Eastern culture.
In Western culture is more liberated and less expressive.
5. The sacred family and more ancestors in Eastern cultures are still present.
And Western culture is not.
What is the role of the woman in the two civilizations in the past century and now? Difference and similarities.
Western civilization, women have rights that cannot be completely denied. Then now in the last century they did not.
Eastern civilization in the last century and now women are devalued simply because of the inferiority that men. Comparisons. 1. The woman serves to satisfy her husband and take care of the family.
In the West, the woman can fend herself. 2. In the West, woman can hold public office.
In the East, they cannot.
3. Freedom of expression and worship and sexual orientation is normalizing in the West.
For women in Eastern culture, it is the unanimous decision of others. 4. Discrimination against women in the North in the culture of the East.
In the West is not like that. There are already many laws that protect us from this social problem.
5. Their clothing has to completely cover the face in some cases because it is not well seen for women to show some skin.
While in some parts of Europe that are not as beach.
What do you consider are the most important values and failures of every civilization and why?
Western civilization. It can be said that has the best political and ethical technological advance.
Eastern civilization. Most of the countries of this civilization are underdeveloped but based on the values influenced by the beliefs that arise in morality. Comparisons. 1. Express of attention in public are frowned upon and even penalized in Eastern culture.
While in the West is normal.
2. The lack of the care for structures or for the environment is longer devalued in the West.
While in the East it's sacred.
3. Respect and solidarity in some parts of the West stand out.
However, it prevails more in the East culture.
4. The control of emotions plus that of prayer is what most attracts the attention of people from the East.
In the West, there is not self-control in most cases. 5. In Western culture, there is currently a separation between church and state.
In Eastern culture, even though the connection between religions and the state in decision making is important. What do you consider are the most important contributions of every civilization to humanity? Why?
In Western civilization, beyond great technology advance is the political contributions. I think that the great way human began exercise outright democracy.
Eastern civilization, architectural and cultural artistic contributions. Comparison. 1. In education, Eastern culture gives priority to values, personal growth, and the expression of following rules.
While in the Western culture, there are more and more chains in learning and training theories.
2. In Eastern cultures, more language from minority cultures are used.
However, in Western culture, they are better known, for example, as Latin.
3. The migration of Oriental industries for the manufacture of products that maintain the economy has grown in America and Europe.
4. Tourism in Western culture is increasing.
However, in Eastern culture, it is increasing since it has unique places in the land of our ancestors that are still very well preserved. 5. You are born in improving life in Oriental cultures through natural medicine.
Maintaining a calmer rhythm of life is a great contribution to humanity. Thinking of others and not feeling superior begins.
Eastern civilization. Advantage. It is traditional, orderly, respectful. Disadvantage. In some cultures, women are not valued.
Western civilization advanced free expression prevails. Disadvantage overcrowding, making both home and school opportunities limited.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.